Good afternoon to all. I Before I can proceed further with the next topic to know more about e-simulations, I thought why we cannot go ahead and I showcase to you an example which would be helpful to each one of us to understand how the e-simulations work with the real life scenarios and. We can really go ahead and understand the different kind of predictions that we can think about it now. This one that I'm talking about is with reference to the ticket booking for a movie, and in this case I have taken for myself only, and the entire code which I'll be showcasing to you to understand more and more is through Python. So before I can explain the entire steps of the code, let us try to understand what exactly I am planning to showcase, and I will not enter into much intricacies as of now with reference to the programming part of it. That I'll be sharing it more and more once I am have shared certain things with respect to the e-simulations. Now here the scenario is this one. Let's have a look at it. And I'm a movie buff. Okay, now whenever I get some time or I am really want to be away from the world of computer and I don't want to touch my mobile phone or anything, I prefer to visit a movie theater. Okay, and watch my whatever the movie is present, I love to watch them. Now this is something that I really understood, and I thought, okay, I should be sharing with each one of you while I learned about this particular program also. So the scenario is I am keen to watch a movie, visit Inox. Now, I hope all of you understand Inox is the theaters, where you get the leverage that yes, you can choose one of the movies out of a set or a group of movies which are being showcased over there. Now, to purchase the tickets, now you see, purchasing tickets I can do online or I can do offline. Now, this is offline in the sense where I visit the mall where the Inox theater is physically located, and I'm planning to purchase the tickets. As a movie goer, I try to buy a number of tickets. Usually, it happens that my entire family is with me. Sometimes it happens that I'm all alone, and if I literally have to watch a movie wherein nobody else is willing to come over, I prefer to go. So, first of all, we need to purchase the tickets, either one or whatever the number of family members are with you. Now, for a certain movie in an Inox theater, okay, if the movie becomes sold out, now let us say the moment I visit the place where the tickets are sold, we call them at tellers. Now there are 4 to 5 counters. Okay, now even if I do online booking also, I need to go ahead, showcase one of the ID cards to one of these tellers and take my tickets, the physical tickets I'm talking about, the paper one. Then what happens is that I go to one of the counters. Okay, now if the person says sorry, tickets are sold out, so what is the option? I don't want to buy the tickets in black. So what happens, then I leave the theater. If I get the counter, I try to buy total number of tickets, whatever number I want to buy. If not enough tickets are left, I argue with the teller saying that why did you keep your counter open? You should not have kept it open. You should have flashed it saying that tickets are sold, sorry, or closed, like you can see in metro stations and all those places, and you are about to leave. Now this is the scenario that takes place exactly in any of the theaters I have taken as the Inox. You can check out with your own theaters which are nearby. If at most one ticket is left after I purchased the tickets, I'm so sorry, there are certain words missing. The sold out event for this movie is triggered, causing the remaining. Let's say, along with me, I'm the first person who's standing in the at the counter, and behind me there are a few more individuals waiting for their turn to come over. However, if the tickets are sold out for the movie, what happens? The rest of them, oh, भाई साहब एक और टिकट है तो दे दीजिए, एक ही तो टिकट मांग रहे हैं हम या दो मांग रहे हैं, देख लो इधर से उस वाले काउंटर counter se these kind of things. Usually when triggering is taking place, it means that immediately the teller shuts down his counter and he places the placard flashing the message closed, which means very clearly to us that yes, no more tickets are available. Now this goes the explanation of the entire logic as to how we have done the coding in Python. I'll be showcasing it later on. What I intend to do right now is directly proceed further to the let's say result that I have got through this particular let's say the entire program that I have written for the problem that I have seen. Now look at the entire thing. What is SIMPy and what is taking place later on, I'll be explaining to you. Right now this is a movie for Ramini. Let's say that she wants to watch. Now I have choices for 3 movies which I have got, and they are my favorite movies. Alita, James Cameron's. I hope you must have watched it. It's an awesome movie, and I don't know how many papers I have written for that particular movie, and I love that movie like anything. Alita, right from the beginning till the end. There's so many things which are there, points are there which you can really discuss, and you can really put it into I should say these kind of codings, and you can come up and you can discuss a lot in some of your papers or books or whatever you're doing. Now the first scenario, movie Alita sold out 38 minutes after ticket counter opening. Now be very careful with the words that I'm using out here. It says movie Alita sold out 38 minutes after ticket counter opening. Number of people leaving queue when film sold out so many tickets are 16. So what is important for me? Name of the movie, 38 minutes, and number of people. How many are there? 16. Come to the second one, movie. My favorite movie, The Karate Kid. I can never get saturated watching this movie. I don't know how many times I have watched it, but still. So let's suppose that again this movie is there. Sold out 43 minutes after ticket counter opening. Okay, number of people leaving queue when film sold out are 5. Just 5. Now movie, again this is another movie which we all know. It's an awesome movie with lot of lessons to learn, lot of things which are presented over there, and I know Imtiaz, the way he had created a charismatic kind of movie. This one, it leaves a lot of I should say impact in our own lives to understand. Movie Jab We Met sold out 28 minutes after ticket counter opening. Number of people leaving queue when film sold out or 5. Now you can make a lot of predictions from these things. Now choice is yours how you go, whether you want to compare the timing for the movies. 38, this is 43, this is 28. That means Jab We Met is very popular movie as compared to Alita and Karate Kid. 28 minutes, that's it. After the ticket counter was opened, all tickets sold out. Okay, and right now how many people are left out? Only 5. Now compare Alita and the karate counters. Now what is happening? 38 minutes, 16 people. That means what? There are more number of people who are literally waiting to watch this movie as compared to Karate Kid and Jab We Met. So I think now you are able to understand how this turns out to be a simulation, number one. Number two, how it is depicting the real things rather than collecting the data and then taking care of it, and the way you are going to predict the entire thing for yourself is what the entire thing is all about. So this is just I would say an example that I wanted to showcase right at the beginning of the playlist, so that as and forth I proceed further with more and more examples of these kind, you will understand. I myself was surprised, being I wouldn't say that yes, I take care of each and everything. However, the data that is collected either for the quantitative analysis or qualitative analysis, and the way we are approaching towards them to carry forward is marvelous journey. I understood, especially with the quantitative, because I know, when I started reading the journals for the first time and I saw the kind of output, I myself was eager, because I love those diagrams, I love those tables, the visualizations, the way they speak each and everything. So I was wondering, why is it that I never learned in this manner? So I had to go ahead, take care, learn about them. However, when I started with my intellectual journey on e-simulations, and I really wanted to understand, what are the differences between that, the way we are collecting the data and taking care of it, and the predictions that are made, truth, objectivity. Then we are talking about logical positivism on one side, and then we are going ahead. On the other side, when I see qualitative research, because again, that is my area, so it's not just 4 or 5 that I'm looking for: ethnography or phenomenology, or let's say realism or logical positivism. For me, there are more number of qualitative designs that are available for me, so that I can go ahead and talk about it and really implement it, whether through some software or without the softwares also. So however, when I saw these kind of things, and the moment I started collecting, reading them and everything, I understood as to how the things are taking place in the domain of e-simulation. So here I welcome again each one of you with this kind of a thing, and see whether these can be thought about as the real-time scenarios for us. I think this is fantastic for me to understand that yes, I have a problem, and I can immediately go ahead and I can work out whether it is in predicting somebody's future, or the problem that you want to solve, or you want to think about certain things. Here we have got the exact the way we can approach towards e-simulations and resolve the real-time I would say problems that are being faced. So let me come up with yet another presentation wherein I'll be talking another topic of e-simulation. Till then, thanks and take care. Bye.